PHNX Sun Devil Show brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always
There you are.
by Shane Diefenbach.
Yeah, I am.
Shawn DePaz.
Yeah, he is.
What time is it, boys? To meet us on Mill because the Sun Devil basketball team did the damn thing. They beat number 20 Michigan. I'm going to say it again. They beat number 20 Michigan 87-62 en route to the team's largest margin of victory in Arizona State men's basketball program history.
Over a ranked opponent.
Over a ranked opponent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Eat your heart out, Juwan Howard. Bobby Hurley owns you.
Again. He owns him.
Oh my
Again.
God, what the hell did we just watch?
Magic.
Magic.
You watch Magic? Can I get a 1, 2, 3 shooters? Yeah, we need something better than that.
Wow.
Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair?
Woo! God, that was such
Turn me up. I know that was bad. Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair?
Woo! There we go. Oh my God, guys. Initial reaction without noises. Let's try and use our words for the people. Shawn, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, thank you.
What did you think led to the victory tonight?
Playing like the best team in the country. I mean, they shot. We'll get into the numbers later, but they shot the lights out.
Yeah.
Michigan didn't play well, and the freshmen are gods. They might be the best freshmen in the country. This is getting ridiculous. I'm tired. I'm not tired of it. I'll never get tired of it. But I mean, just the way that Duke Brennan and Austin Nunez play is amazing because it's not expected. Obviously, you know, guys like Devin, Des, all of them, they play well. Don't even start. They play well, but that's production you expected. You're getting production that you did not expect, or at least we didn't expect, out of Austin Nunez and Duke Brennan, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean,
You know what's a fluke? You know what's a fluke? Winning a game on the road by 4 points because a team shot 30%. You know what's not a fluke? Kicking someone's ass the entire game, not trailing one time, not trailing for a single second of this basketball game. Sure, I tweeted about it. It was a perfect storm. Michigan couldn't buy a bucket. They couldn't hit free throws. They couldn't shoot the ball from beyond the arc. But you know what ASU did? They capitalized. They played great defense. They forced the issue the entire night. They were pressing until the very end of the game. They made them call a timeout with 4 minutes to go because they still cared. And the players that we had been expecting to step up this entire season for 3 games stepped up tonight, and in a huge damn way.
Look, if you think this is a fluke, welcome to college sports.
Yeah, for
okay?
real.
Parity is a real thing. This team,
the haters are sick.
this team is something that tonight what they did is they had a perfect game.
Yes.
Right? And they had a perfect game without their best player in Marcus Bagley, okay? And they did it without one of their rising stars in Jemiah Neal, okay? Nobody, not even us, thought that this ASU team going into tonight would look as good as they did, right? You could have argued, look, maybe ASU, if they play perfect tonight, they can sneak out a cheap win over this number 20 Michigan team. Nobody here thought that this team was capable of beating number 20 Michigan by nearly 30.
They won by 25 points, and the score doesn't even tell the story.
Yeah, that's the thing.
25 points makes it sound closer than it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like they played perfect, damn near perfect. But even if they didn't, they still win this game.
And you know what? They're missing 2 huge pieces.
2 huge pieces.
Yeah, they shot out of their...
I mean, kind of. Well, not. They're missing 3 pieces. 2 of them are huge. One of them is physically huge, and Enoch. Like, you still don't have him, which not. I don't know what it
But
mattered
it's
at
usually
all.
a little more
but-
depth.
I think we had some great play from multiple players tonight.
Yeah.
2 guards obviously stuck out, and we'll get to that
Do we
later.
have bad play from anybody though? Like we had great play from everybody.
Yeah, but tremendous play. The one person that didn't really pop out on the stat sheet is Frankie Collins, and that's a testament to him because you know what he said yesterday. This isn't Frankie Collins versus Michigan.
Yeah.
This is ASU versus
yep.
Michigan. And he didn't make it about himself. Not one time tonight. Not one time did he try to be a hero. He was facilitating. He finished with 5 assists. He only had 4 points the entire game, but only took 5 shots. He played his game. ASU played their game. And when this team is clicking, and they will defend well every night, when this team can hit from beyond the arc, can hit the shots that they should make, they're dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. We know they're capable of this. I didn't expect to see all of it at one time. Yeah, so dude, I was trying not to ruin it. Shane was on a roll, and I was trying not to ruin it, but
I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. MT in the chat, where do you think this win puts ASU in the pack? If I'm being honest, we're going to do our Pac-12 power rankings tomorrow, but right now, this makes ASU the 3rd best team in the conference.
I mean, 2nd ranked win in the conference, I believe. Obviously, Colorado beat Tennessee. But I mean, you got to base it off of what we've seen so far. And like, obviously, U of A, UCLA are great programs. They haven't played anybody yet. They've won games against nobodies. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that ASU is better than either of them.
No.
But it's the best. This is the 2nd best win the conference has had so
But
far
they are
this year.
top 3 right now.
Yeah.
They are top 3 right now.
Not only did we get a John Rothstein tweet for Bobby F. and Hurley, of course, but he
Naturally.
also tweeted Austin Nunez. Buy stock now.
Yes, sir. Austin Nunez.
Hey, we were first.
Stop.
I just want to say, we were
true.
first.
In art class.
In art class.
with horrendous Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
He was on our show.
But he said he would cook Bobby Hurley, and I'm starting to believe him. I think he might cook Bobby Hurley.
Look, earlier in the chat, Pugs and Hugs was talking about how we look, right?
Ooh.
And we said last night we were gonna play with some magic here, with some house money. Okay, we were gonna try something we'd never done before, and we were gonna try and will ASU to victory by everybody on the show wearing Bad Birdie t-shirts.
T-shirts.
Shirts, polos.
They're golf polos.
Shirts, golf polos. Look, did we just mess with fire?
Are we responsible for this win?
I think so. Maybe we should have got bottle service.
Yeah, you're honest.
But did we do something here with these Bad Birdie shirts?
It's small sample size, but we won. It's kind of like the
We
tacos.
didn't just win.
They dominated. It's kind of like the tacos without the salsa.
I said it.
But these are
4
spicy.
minutes into the game. There was magic in the air tonight, and I don't know if the magic was just how nice this shirt feels, how it almost caresses my body instead of I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of like, they had the ferocity of jungle cats and just the delicate touch of some flowers. It was.
But at the start of the game, there were a couple missed bunnies from Michigan and a couple threes that normally wouldn't go in for ASU. And I think the Bad Birdie was willing that to go in.
Bad Birdie. Look, if you guys we're not going to be rocking the 3-person Bad Birdie combo for every game, but we might have to. Yeah, when we need magic, you'll definitely see it for at least one of those Arizona games. And if you guys want to take part with your own Bad Birdie shirt, go get one, okay? Use code PHNX Sports for 15% off your order at badbirdiegolf.com. Let's get into
Before we get there,
Rehire
Jacob,
Bobby
can
Hurley.
you scroll up in the chat really fast? Somebody said something. And I just fact-checked it. It was about Hunter Dickinson saying something yesterday. Anyone see Hunter Dickinson said what Hunter Dickinson said yesterday? He predicted they'd win by 20. He'd score 18 or something like that. He is on a podcast saying they were going to win by 20, and he promises.
Loser!
Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out.
Me, Hunter Dickinson, wrongfully predicting that Michigan was going to win by 20 on a podcast.
Nice. There you go. There you go. That was beautiful. Imagine losing to ASU and then having to go back to Michigan.
You know what's going to be great, though? Hunter Dickinson is very hard to guard. Okay, you can't do that.
You did that.
No, you said before I finished talking.
You said he's very hard.
No, I said he's very hard, and he goes, and so I looked at Tochu. He's very hard to guard, and they did a great job tonight, but I think he's going to eat this year. And I think that Michigan is going to string together some wins.
Which is going to look great. It's going to look for the resume.
It's going to look great for the resume because they just exposed what to do against Michigan, and that's run the Princeton offense, which I hate, but it works against the zone.
How sick are you?
And get them out of that zone early and just double Hunter Dickinson. He's a great passer, but if they can't hit their threes, they're in trouble.
Warren Washington did well against him. I was very happy with his performance against him. Obviously,
and he stayed out of foul trouble.
Yeah, which I did not expect, but was necessary. I mean, obviously, Duke Brennan played well as well, but Warren Washington staying out of foul trouble and playing him as well as he did was a big part of this.
All right, let's get into the numbers of this 25-point dub. Obviously, that's the only one that I care about. 87-62 for the Sun Devils, but the shooting numbers tonight were just fucking disgusting.
My God.
ASU shot 60% from the field, 57% from behind the arc,
7.9,
12 of 14 from the free throw line, and they out-rebounded Michigan 35-31. Michigan on the other side of that coin shot 33.9% from the field, just 18% from behind the arc. They really couldn't buy a bucket there. And then 16 of 24 from the charity stripe. My God,
You know
Shawn,
what I see there?
you see an ass kicking?
Head-to-toe domination. That's literally
Is there a
what it
number
was.
that sticks out most?
I mean, the two percentages, the field goal percentage and the 3-point. The 3-point percentage is the big thing because that's the difference between this team being like okay to bad / bad to really good is they're shooting threes. If they're making them, they're pretty hard to beat. They made the majority of them and they dominated Michigan. And that part, seeing 3-pointers fall was very nice.
Look, guys, I said this during the game, but this is not going to happen every game.
No.
ASU might defend this well every game, but your opponent, especially a ranked opponent, is not going to shoot as poorly as they did from three. Sometimes the three is just falling on nights when it shouldn't. And ASU was hitting some threes that probably shouldn't have fallen, but they're also getting really good looks. A lot of dribble drives, a lot of kicks, and we'll talk about him later, but Des Cambridge, man, finding his own shot and just finding the confidence in that three ball, which we literally hadn't seen one go in at the start of the year, is incredible, and it's a game changer. Also, did some more research. Not only was he on a podcast, that is his podcast that he's on. So maybe get off the podcast and
Cancel
try a little
podcast.
harder.
Yeah.
Hunter Dickinson.
Side tripping with Kerry. If this is a sign, these guys are John. Watch out. That's one thing.
That's what I've been saying,
but we
bro.
didn't see a performance like this early last year.
No.
Like that's such
The
a
team
good
is
sign.
completely different.
Bobby Hurley teams. This is what we can.
Jacob, I'm sorry. Be careful because ASU does not own the state of Michigan.
I mean, they beat Michigan State football.
What happened to Eastern
Eastern
Michigan?
Michigan. Let's not talk about that. This is what Bobby Hurley teams do, though. They gain confidence with huge wins in out of conference games.
Yeah.
Consistently. The double upsets of Kansas, getting up to number 2 in the country as an Arizona State basketball program. But what happens is they fizzle out.
Yeah.
They gain that confidence and fizzle out. This is the Bobby Hurley we were expecting to see, but now we need to see something different. And I don't want to get all gloomy right now, but Bobby Hurley this is a constant cycle. He's been here for 8 years, and they always disappoint in conference play. And if they make it to the tournament, they don't get out of the first round. This is the year it can change because, again, as you said, this happens early.
Yeah.
This isn't the battle for Atlantis lost to Villanova.
No, this is a scary team. This is 100% a scary team. This is a team that a lot of people are going to turn on ESPN tonight or in the morning, and they're going to see the score of the game, and they're not going to think anything of it. And you fast forward a couple months from now when conference play starts, and you look at the standings, and you're going to see Arizona, you're going to see UCLA, and you're going to be wondering who that third team in the Pac-12 is, right? Was it Stanford? Is it Colorado, right? Colorado had a great win over then number 11 Tennessee, and they got smacked by UMass tonight. Like, is Arizona State going to be that third team? This right now, right? You've got Colorado and Stanford coming up here in a couple weeks.
Oregon
Those
looks terrible.
are big wins. Those are big games.
I got 3 words for you. First round bye. I was going to say something and I completely forgot it because I wanted to do
you
the
think of
first
that.
round. I do remember what it is. I didn't know this is the point you wanted to make, but talking about like people turning on ESPN, like this program has no respect. And the commentators
Oh my
are not
God.
showing
Oh
this
my
program any respect.
Fuck you guys. That shit, I was watching that. That was horrendous. That was bad Big J journalism. That was bad Big J journalism, specifically on the flagrant foul call where the Michigan
non-flagrant foul call.
Okay.
It wasn't, but they reviewed it for
Elbow to the face, and all I hear from the guys talking about, that wasn't a flagrant foul, that was a flop. What are we doing? What are we doing out here? Like, let's get back to it.
It was a flop, but there was contact in the head.
Just stop talking. Like, there's no reason for you to be talking the way you are. Like, right here, right? We're sitting here. You see the big Sparky on the bottom right? You know what we're going to be talking about. If I see ESPN2, I don't want to hear you scratching and sniffing Michigan's Juwan Howard's balls. I don't want to see it. Okay? That's not what I want to see or hear.
Literally,
Preach it, sister.
you asked me 15 times what he was going to say in that sentence. Never would I have predicted that. That was crazy.
Scratch and sniff.
Back to basketball. I think Coach Evan B said it in the chat. The difference with this team, though, because you had your teams with Josh Christopher and Alonzo Verge, who could create shots and get their own buckets, and Remy Martin, who could occasionally do that. This team has a bunch of guys that can get their own shots. We saw Austin Nunez get his own shot tonight. We saw Des Cambridge get his own shot tonight. We saw DJ Horne
Let it out, man. Let it out.
8 times get his own shot tonight. Most of those didn't come off a pass. They came off the dribble, which is incredible for him and a very good sign for a guy that hasn't been able to do that in the past. Frankie Collins, we know, can create his own shot. Luther Muhammad can create his own shot.
He was in his Kobe bag at the end of the game. That turnaround.
Range mismatch. The man is on
You know
another
what they call
level.
him? You know what the players call him?
Huh.
Mid-range Lou.
Yeah.
Do they actually?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, he has one of the best mid-range games in the pack.
Frankie said he has one of the best mid-range games in the country.
Dude, it just goes in.
It looked
just
pretty
goes in.
damn good. Dude, Austin Nunez brings tears to my eyes. Just brings tears to my eyes. It's so fun to watch him play.
Before we move on, before I forget, Michigan tonight made 4 threes. Des Cambridge by himself almost doubled that.
Yeah.
And these were his first threes of the season?
Wait, Des Cambridge had 4 threes also.
Des Cambridge had 6.
He had
6.
4 threes.
4 threes.
For 8.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong number. 4 threes. So he had
but
exactly what Michigan had.
Did I mishear the broadcast? I think they said he was 0 for 10 coming into this game. And then
Shannon, what does that mean? Why can't we swim?
Yeah.
I'm glad she said none of you.
For audio listeners,
glad she said none of
Shannon
you.
in the chat said none of you look like you can swim. I'm not quite sure what that means. I feel like we all look pretty buoyant.
You know why that hurts?
I am unbelievably buoyant.
You want to know why that
Fat
comment
float's
really
hard.
hurts? Because I cannot really swim.
I'm kind of fast.
You're fast?
Fast or quick?
But that don't mean you can swim.
No, I'm not quick in the water. I don't have a good get-up speed, but I'm fast.
Okay. Question for everybody in the chat and everybody here. How many of you guys took the ASU money line tonight?
I live bet Michigan.
To emotionally hedge.
So I was talking to Shawn, and I asked him how much my heart is worth in dollars, in US dollars. And we decided on the number 12.
He decided. I didn't give any input there.
That's true.
How much do you think his heart's actually
It's priceless.
Thank you, Sean.
I give it
No,
like
it's what? How much is gold?
Yeah, that's good.
What is the value of gold?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever it is, that's
Anyway, I decided that my heart is worth $12, so I threw $12 on Michigan money line. What?
just Josh's comment. Bro had Niagara Falls in his backyard and couldn't swim. Homie, no one's swimming over Niagara Falls.
So you didn't make any money then?
I did not make any money because if I had bet on this game, I would have most definitely bet on Michigan. And that people that bet on Michigan lost tonight.
Yeah, we're like, oh my gosh, Michigan favored by only 7?
Yeah, I was so ready to hammer it. Thankfully, I didn't.
It is what it is. Look, guys, whether you won or lost, you can win some money on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, especially betting on the NBA. New customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet and get $200 if your team wins. You can also boost your winnings up to 100% with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. It's simple. Download DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code PHNX. That's promo code PHNX on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. Gentlemen, do we have a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week while we're feeling spicy?
Sean?
You know what it is.
The Buffalo
You know
Bills?
what it is. We're getting inside Josh Allen.
Whoa.
Josh Allen and the Buffalo
Just
Bills.
because you said it on the fantasy show doesn't mean you have to call back.
I did though. So
But doesn't mean you have
didn't
to.
have to address it though. If you didn't address it, it would have been fine.
There's no way.
literally
There's
said
no
you're-
way. You said we're getting inside Josh Allen.
I could have phrased it worse. We're getting Josh Allen. We're getting Josh Allen playing in a dome.
Josh Allen dome stats.
See, we're Josh Allen is going to go crazy. Bills minus 8.5, locking in. That's my DraftKings sports pick of the week.
The Detroit
they
Bills.
own Ford Field. They own Ford Field, and by the way, they're playing there again
stop
later
it.
this year. The Bills are playing in Ford Field later this year for Thanksgiving. They're gonna win there twice as in a road team.
What you
out of
got,
division.
Shaney boy?
Give me the under in the Panthers at Ravens game. That spread is 13.
Dude, what are we doing?
That spread is 13 points. The over-under is 41.5. The Ravens are going to win 38-3. It's going to hit 41 exactly.
You don't believe in PJ Walker?
Wasn't
No,
Baker
wait,
starting?
Baker Mayfield starting.
Oh, that's right. You don't believe in Baker Mayfield?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you?
Dude, not to get off on the tangent, I just got to say
Why
real
do we
quick.
all think
I
Josh
had-
Allen needs...
I had people tell me that Baker Mayfield was going to be better than Josh Allen, and look who's laughing now.
My DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week is the Bears +3. I think
Love
they're going to
it.
win that game outright.
Electric.
Bet their money line then, Coward.
I would bet that game right now.
Make
Tease
the,
it up.
no, make the money line your DraftKings Sports
Yeah.
of the week, Coward.
Coward.
Listen, I'm here to make the people money.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you believe they're going to win, do it, Coward. Say your
you
DraftKings
call me
Sports.
a coward, bro?
Anthony Totri's DraftKings Sports, but pick of the week is Bears money line at plus 135.
Okay, sure. MT, I'm gonna be coming for you, bro. Drop your Twitter at because I'm gonna be sliding in your DMs.
Drop the
letting
Addy.
you know.
Oh,
letting you know.
You don't really want the smoke.
Toaster's like, drop that Twitter at. Sean's like, drop that Addy, dog.
Nah, dude. Bro's got a
Don't say
picture
it
of
like
the
that.
Disney castle in
Trying
there.
to
I
spin
don't
the
know.
block twice like they know what
You trying to
apart.
smoke later, MT?
Oh my gosh, Egan's getting on me too. What are we doing? God, okay, fine.
Fuck you,
Whatever.
Toaster.
No more DraftKings.
I mean,
pick of the week for you.
actually, no. I actually am probably going to fade you on that because the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the NFC South.
Again, minimum age and eligibility restrictions applies. He's shown us 4 more details. Let's get to bottle service because literally anybody on this team has an argument.
I would say anybody except for Bobby Hurley Jr.
But he looked cute out there.
He did look hella cute.
And the pink shoes.
This is my guy this year. This is my Marion, and he's already playing better than him. So give me Desmond Cambridge as our bottle service recipient tonight. The dude averaged over 16 points a game at Nevada. I've been saying it all off season. We saw how good he looked in camp, and tonight he had it. Plus 24 on his plus minus, 6 for 12 from the field, 4 of 8 from the 3-point line, 20 points, and he had that with like 10 minutes to go. And not only the points, the stat sheet is great, but if you watched the game, you know how valuable this guy was to ASU. That Michigan had cut it to 16 to 14 a couple times, and he had just hit huge threes. He kept the momentum going. Desmond Cambridge was by far the most valuable player on the court for Sun Devils tonight.
Marion didn't have 24 points in any single game.
He didn't have 24 points tonight. He had 20.
No, Marion Jackson had 24 against UCLA.
Yeah.
So look at that.
No, I was just wrong twice.
Shane's Marion Jackson putting up 20-plus points against a ranked opponent in an upset. Is Shane a magic maker?
I think he is.
Am I an Austin Nunez magic maker? Maybe.
Are you?
ASU Wrestling in the dub too.
Yeah.
Over number 3, Missouri. Number 3.
That's
ASU just dogs.
dominating.
Just dogs.
Shout out Ray Anderson.
A little bit less of an upset though, because ASU Wrestling was 5.
Yeah, but
Going into that,
but it's still an upset. Upsets all
Still
around.
an upset.
You
Yeah.
get an upset.
Moving
You get an
on from
upset.
Des
You get
Cambridge,
an upset.
because, I mean, he had a phenomenal night tonight. And I think that shooting, especially from behind the arc, was not only big in the game, but I think it's going to be big for his confidence moving forward. Because, again, he's a guy that we haven't seen score a lot of points. The shot just hasn't really been falling till tonight, so I think that's going to be huge. But, Shawn, I do want to get into Nunez and Brennan because last night and what we've seen over the course of the first 3 games of the season hasn't been a fluke. These guys will be playing significant minutes like throughout the season, and they're getting better in spans of 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to bring it up again. Enoch, he's got to transfer after this year, right? Like, this motherfucker's not going to see the court. I'm so sad. But yeah, no.
I've been saying!
Listen, it's not. It's
not
just
something
because
to
Duke.
celebrate.
It's just because Duke Brennan is a god.
That's not something to
I'll
celebrate.
save minutes somewhere else.
Enoch, I think, could be a good player, but Duke Brennan is just kind of a god. The freshmen are my favorite part of this team. Like it is. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you expected production from everyone else. At least as far as we were concerned, we did not expect production from either of these guys. We didn't think we would even see Duke Brennan. I didn't think I would see a second of, to be quite honest. And
We thought Nunez-
I think they're a difference maker.
We thought Nunez was going to play maybe 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and it will be
And he
interesting to see.
finishes games.
Yeah, we talked about this during the game. It'll be interesting to see how
I'm fine
the
with him playing
rotation.
off ball, though.
No, yeah, but I'm just interested to see how the minutes change once Jemiah comes back. But he's going to be. Those 2 players are going to be a problem for the rest of the Pac-12 for a couple of years.
Look,
like they are really good and really they keep falling all over the place.
Yeah.
Let them get some confidence and some just grow a little bit. They're going to be a
What's
problem.
crazy is all 4 of the guards are going to be coming back next year, assuming they don't transfer. Is you'll have Frankie Collins again, you'll have DJ Horne again, you'll have Jemiah Neal again, you'll have Austin.
I forgot
Neal.
DJ transferred as a sophomore. That is crazy.
They're all so young. Like, that's absolutely wild. Jacob, you look like you want to say something.
No,
No? You open your mouth, bro.
He was just mouth breathing.
I'm breathing.
Oh, you're a mouth breather?
Can you wait?
What are we doing? Jacob didn't deserve that.
Yeah, that was.
I thought he was going to
Well,
say
Jacob
something.
kind of did deserve that because a lot of times Jacob is one of the people that says things to Totri that Totri doesn't deserve.
Back to basketball. Look, non-conference play is for getting right, but also seeing what you're made of. They saw what they were made of tonight, but getting right in these next couple games is going to be huge because you want to find your rotation out. In the NBA, you have those 25 games before, you get into the slog of the regular season to get right. That's usually when you know your rotation. In college basketball, you got to find it out quick.
Yeah.
And the disadvantage of having 2 of your guys that are going to get major minutes, i.e. Jemiah Neal and Marcus Bagley, isn't great. So when you know you have production to come off the bench, we've been saying this team is really deep.
Yeah.
it's so big. Once this team finds its rotation, as LTC said in the chat, the sixth man's getting crowded, man.
Yeah.
Because Dez is probably not going to start. Devin's played too well. Where else is he going to slot in? Bagley's going to take his spot. And I'm fine with that. Having a shot creator coming off the bench, I'm fine with that. Add Jemiah Neal to the mix. Add Luther Muhammad to the mix. Add Duke Brennan and Austin Nunez. Those are five guys.
This is a deep team.
And we haven't even talked about the other guy. You're 10 deep and it's not close, and that's without Gaffney.
But this is perfect, right? This is put up or shut up now for Bobby Hurley. Because going into the season, everybody was saying, us included, look, there is no excuses now. COVID, in terms of the time period, is behind, okay? Like, everyone had to deal with it. You got a jam-packed roster of transfers of guys that were here last year. Like, they're starting to know the system. You got a lot of guards that are able to play off ball. Like, it's a deep team. Bobby Hurley's deepest and biggest team that he's had so far at Arizona State. You make the tournament, you make the AP top 25, like, then people shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, you look at their schedule, depending on how the next 8 games go, or the next 5 games, by the time they get to conference play, there's a chance this team has a number. Like, they have to play number 10 Creighton.
They might have a number after this game.
No.
I don't think it's enough.
They might.
They played well, and I'm obviously not going to complain if they get a number, but, I mean, they get number 10 Creighton in a few games, in 5 games from now. And then they obviously
Nemhard's
have those
brothers balling too.
They have the Colorado Stanford games, but once they get to like the actual conference play, they get number 14 Arizona to start.
They definitely, in my personal opinion, get votes. They definitely get votes.
Well, they're not going to have a number.
I don't think they crack it just because of how close they played Tarleton. I know
we've
talked
lost
about this,
but
also
the
Texas Southern lost.
Yeah.
Also, Res Devil in the chat. I'm glad Levine has Wi-Fi now.
Yeah.
I don't know where you've been.
Beautiful Levine.
I know, we haven't seen Res Devil
He's
in the
been
chat
hanging out
in
at
a
his
minute.
Levine beach house.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're celebrating tonight, as all ASU fans should be. I know we're celebrating here with some 4Ps.
Very responsibly, though.
Very
Me and the homies just out here being responsible all the time.
Responsibly. That's all we
Just
do.
holding hands in the park, but we leave before the park
holding
closes
hands in the park?
at 10 p.m. Hell yeah, we are.
Parks close?
Yeah, parks close at 10 p.m.
Really?
It's usually at sunset.
That's
I
like-
feel like it's sunrise to sunset or dawn to
Scottsdale
dusk.
Park closed at 10 p.m.
Oh,
We're
At
talking
least
like
some that I went to.
I was ready to
with
hold
slides
hands.
and shit,
Yeah,
right?
parks with
Okay.
slides and shit.
Okay, I'm just
Parks with slides and shit. Good
ready to
album,
hold
man.
hands, just waiting to hold hands. Oh, we interlocked fingers. I like it.
I mean, how else do you hold hands, bro?
It depends. I
Okay,
wasn't
well,
prepared
while
for
you
that.
do this, I'm going to tell everybody what's going on here in just a couple days. You guys can join us at Four Peaks for Mexico's first World Cup match Tuesday, November 22nd. Be there at 8 a.m. for a delicious breakfast, buffet, drink specials, and an appearance from rising head coach Juan Guerra. Buy your tickets in the description. Must be 21 or older and enjoy responsibly. Can we stop pulling in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Let's get into the aftertaste, guys. What was dunked into your garganta?
What?
Ooh, you
Your-
always pushed up the language.
Your throat for Spanish.
yeah.
Wow.
For Spanish. I
That's
liked it.
the Spanish throat?
Yeah.
garganta.
I don't like
What was
that.
dunked into it?
ASU basketball.
You know what? It was a sake bomb. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I had one before this game. Do I have to do that now?
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go
Shit.
get. I'm gonna have to go
Fucking-
get.
You know what's gonna suck? 11 a.m. on fucking Sundays.
Can I? You're just breaking down the door at a sushi place. Give me a sake bomb. For me,
Coach Evan B, stop it. I don't want Tyler Hansbrough on my. He was a good college player.
for
I don't want him on our
me,
team.
it's for the same reason. It's a venti caramel macchiato from Starbucks.
Just sweet.
That's what I had before the game. Needed the juice, needed the caffeine, and it hit.
Okay.
Yeah, just sweet.
But
Top
al-
and bottom.
but also sake bombs, like when you're taking them, you're like, I can't keep doing this, right? And then you get to the second one, you're like, it's getting easier. I can't keep doing this though, right? You get to the third, I can't keep doing. You take your like third one, you're just blacked out. You're like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
And now you're just partying. That was the game.
You're just partying.
That was the game.
I'm going to go in a different direction. Look, I know for aftertaste, we always do drinks. Okay, that's typically what we go for here. But because I had it today,
Yep.
Yeah.
I am 100,000% saying that what was dunked into my garganta today was a Burrito Express burrito. Oh my God, and I've got one waiting for me at home.
Through the legs, just dunk into Totri's
You
mouth.
should do a 360.
One biter.
You should do a 360 windmill into your mouth.
With a
That would go crazy.
burrito.
Nobody clip what I just did. Eggnog and brandy goes crazy.
Oh my gosh! Look,
Not an eggnog guy.
Burrito Express, phenomenal. If you haven't tried them, I don't know what you're doing. MT, stop it right now. I hope you're talking about side tripping with Carrie's comment and not the burrito. If you haven't tried Burrito Express, I don't know what you're doing. A perfect time to try them would be, I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning or Saturday morning or any day of the week. Burrito Express is the place to be at all times until they close, of course, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So go get your burritos. And why don't you give them a follow on Twitter at BurritoEXP while you're at it?
It's hard to pick one of our favorite sponsors.
Yeah.
Because they're all my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'll be gosh darn rootin' and tootin'.
Rootin' and tootin'.
If them here burritos ain't my favorite thing on the face of the damn planet.
Yes, sir.
I do enjoy a Burrito Express, Res Devil, Burrito Express for the win.
I want to talk about the defense tonight.
I want to talk about it too.
God tier.
Because, this is
Shawn?
something that this defense... Are we doing guard you real quick?
Defense!
Yo, the win here was
Shot! Born! Outlet!
It's a good thing this audio has leveled. My goodness. No,
It's not when you're live on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's fair. No, the defense for a second straight game was just pretty perfect tonight. At least it felt like. And again, not just from the starters, but from those bench guys. Again, I'm looking at Duke Brennan tonight. I'm looking at Alonzo Gaffney coming off the bench, right? Like Austin Nunez.
Can we get D's in the chat, please?
D's in the chat.
D's in the chat.
Drop them D's. No, this team is phenomenal defensively. Warren Washington with 2 blocks. Frankie Collins, you mentioned he didn't score well tonight, but he had 2 steals. Austin Nunez had a steal tonight. What is allowing this team's defense to be so dominant?
I've said this so many times, but defense is such a want-it skill to have as a team. If this team wants it, they will play good defense. Thank you for the D's in the chat. They will play good defense night in and night out when they want it. Look, you have to be laterally fast. You have to be strong, and you have to be smart. To make sure that everyone's in the right position, the rotations are solid, and you get help side and weak side, and nobody seals. But at the end of the day, if you want it, you can stay in front of your man. And the whole defense was fantastic tonight. Team defense has been a thing that really hasn't wavered with Bobby Hurley's teams.
Yeah,
it's just the poor shooting that is where they lose you sometimes. But team defense, that is a constant. And they said on the broadcast tonight, their floor is very high because of that.
Yeah. Before you answer, Res Devil, the answer to your question, where was the officiating from tonight? They seem to let them play more. It's because it wasn't Pac-12 refs.
Yeah, it wasn't
they didn't
from
have
the
the
Pac-12.
whistle down their throat.
Yeah,
I think was it a NEC? Was it the NEC? Because there's an NEC logo on the...
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It might be NEC.
The NEC is the greatest conference name ever.
Remember when we made conferences and I had the big sack?
Yeah, you did have the big sack.
Yeah, I mean, Shane hit everything for the most part on the defense. The decision making is big for me. They for the most part make really good decisions when, like, on switches and stuff on screens. I am pretty impressed by Warren Washington in particular. His ability to stay straight and go vertical when he's playing defense down low. Because it's so easy for big guys to just kind of drape down on a opposing player, but he's a very impressive. But yeah, I think the big thing is that you saw, and Shane called it out on a number of occasions tonight, just when they switched on screens.
Well, that's huge with a guy like Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah,
it's huge.
exactly. And they were there, and you said it, Chad said it, just the intensity.
Yeah,
they play like they want it, and I know this is not necessarily Bobby's MO necessarily, like it's supposed to be guard you and offensive, but like Shane said, it's become their identity. It was last year and it is this year. They don't let teams score on them. And it's really nice to know that, because they're not going to shoot like this every night, but the defense keeps them in games regardless for the most part.
Overall, a pretty clean game from both sides.
Yeah.
8 turnovers for Michigan, 12 for ASU. Rebounding offensively, they got completely out-rebounded. ASU did on the offensive glass, 16-4 or 14-6, and then 16-4 on second chance points.
Got outshot in the free throw
But
line.
you know what Michigan did 0 times that ASU did 6 times? Blocked that damn basketball.
Yeah.
They didn't have any blocks.
No blocks. Hunter Dickinson, eat your heart out. Go back on your podcast.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to listen to that guy's podcast and hear him talk about how, I didn't promise that you guys that we'd be.
Do you think Hunter Dickinson's that soft-spoken?
Yeah,
He's that
100%
soft-spoken?
Hunter Dickinson, dude's like 7 feet tall.
He's 7'2".
Holy shit.
Side tripping with Carey, I think, makes a point that is just for like the rest of the season. Dub squared. Warren Washington managed to stay out of foul trouble too. If ASU plays bigs, like teams that are dominant bigs, i.e. when we play Gonzaga in the national championship. Like if Warren Washington staying,
Gonzaga's not going to be there.
Yeah, you're right. But Warren Washington staying out of foul trouble is huge. That's so big, especially if Enoch's not going to be a part of this rotation. I think that's key, and obviously that was a problem last night against VCU. Wasn't a problem tonight, and I think that's a big part of the domination. Although Duke Brennan did play terrific, but Warren Washington being in there, especially early in that game, was big.
MT, I'm so glad that we can all be a part of your very first PHNX Sun Devils postgame show because, my God, it is clear that this is your first time here. But welcome. I also want to thank everybody in the chat, and I want to encourage everybody in the chat to stay till the very end because we've got a little something for you that we haven't talked about quite yet. So be sure to stay all the way through, okay? Before we continue talking about ASU basketball, I do want to tell you guys about one other place you guys can make some money, and that is Underdog Fantasy. You guys had the Underdog Fantasy show today, correct?
Dude, I cannot. The app is so good,
Yeah.
but the beats I've had are terrible.
You had a bad beat today.
So I had
have
a
a bad
4-pick pick'em on Underdog Fantasy. Everything hit. Last thing I need to make, because Aaron Jones, the last 2 legs that didn't hit were Aaron Jones under rushing attempts. So all the Titans needed to do was get 1 first down. And the other one, Ryan Tannehill under 26.5 passing attempts on 1st and 10.
Packers, no timeouts.
No timeouts with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. What do they run? A play action. And he finishes with 27. It was just absolutely brutal. But great app.
Yes, 100% a great app. And look, it's easy for you guys to get started. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app, sign up with promo code PHNX, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. I'm so excited to use that app for this weekend.
Hammer. Who are the Eagles playing again?
Ooh, I don't know who the Eagles play. Let me look.
I don't remember. My computer died.
Your computer
Sad.
died?
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
let me
tragic.
check. It's really easy. The Philadelphia Eagles.
All I'm going to
play
say, whoever the Eagles are playing.
the Colts.
Yes,
Jeff
that is
Saturday.
right. Hammer.
Jeff Saturday?
Hammer JT higher
Yeah.
on rush yards. Is he hammer it? Their rush defense is
Is
their
he
biggest.
hammering stuff?
Their Eagles rush defense is their biggest weakness.
Okay, Shane, what time is it?
It's time for the lyric of the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You guys can all sing this with me because we all know this one. It's pretty easy and simple what the lyric of the game should be because they were in the city of New York. 1, 2, 3. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can do. Hunter Dickinson,
hear
your
it
heart.
for
Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
Pretty clear why that's the lyric of the
Beautiful.
game.
Beautiful. Tell us why.
You know, it was played in Barclays Center, and anything is possible when you play defense. And also Rihanna.
Oh, whoa. You have a girlfriend?
What? Rihanna?
Is that not
Alicia
Rihanna?
Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Damn, dude, that's so disrespectful.
That is
That's
disrespectful.
hella
You
disrespectful.
double key Alicia Keys and Rihanna?
Dude,
Well, so I was looking for the lyric of the game.
Just make her a girlfriend.
I know that's Alicia Keys. But
Alicia Keys is one of
I was looking
my
for the
first
lyric of the
loves.
game, and the first thing I came across was Umbrella because I was thinking of when it's raining and it pours or whatever. So I was going to do that, but that made a lot more sense.
Did it?
Yes.
Also, that reminds me something we didn't talk about. That moment where Dez was talking shit to the crowd.
Yes.
Loved it.
Hey,
loved it. He gave him the shush and he told him to sit down while his brother was on the ground. Yeah, I love that. Another thing I pointed out during the show, and to the credit of the commentators, they said on a number of occasions this team has so much swagger. So much swagger, and it's so fun. Austin Nunez, young kid, just with the tongue out, eyes rolled back, Dez talking to the crowd. Like, this team has swagger, and it makes it so much more fun to watch them.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think about this team's confidence? Right? Like, are we at a point now where this Arizona State basketball team is like, I feel like going into a game like this, going into the VCU game, right? Especially when they start taking shots. It feels like they are out of control, right? This is an out of control team that is waiting for the first, like, okay, you take the first shot, you make the first bucket. Like, are we at a point now, 4 games in, where Arizona State basketball can start games and be like, look, I got it. Like, Dez is like, I got it. Or Frankie's like, don't worry, I got this. DJ, I'll be the one to make the first bucket. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Like, this was one game. Thank you, AJ Wade. That bad birdie hat is swag AF. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is one game. So I obviously the slow starts have been the trend for the first few games.
Yeah.
But if they keep starting games like this, they are going to be hard to beat. And that was immediately Shane and I talked about it. Like the way they started is all you can ask for. It was about as good of a start as you could want.
Yeah.
And it just made me happy. It's by far the most frustrating part of this team so far this year is their slow starts. And if they've cured that, if what we saw today becomes the trend, this team is going to be tough. It's going to be a really tough team to beat.
Yeah. Do we have something?
In a sec, we do.
Okay. Well, perfect timing because before we tease what we've got for you guys, or I guess this is a tease. Arizona State basketball. A couple of you have mentioned it in the chat. They've got Grambling State at home on
The
Tuesday.
Colorado Killers.
On Tuesday, 7 p.m. Look, ASU going to be coming off a big dub over number 20 Michigan. You guys better get your asses in those seats, and you better be getting your tickets through Game Time. You guys can save up to 60% on tickets when you buy tickets last minute. It's great for you procrastinators out there. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Y'all better be having DFA on fire and not in the way that Shawn wants to set it. Okay, do we have something else?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So this is the clip of Hunter Dickinson. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know what to expect. But I ripped it from Twitter, so let's go.
What if
see.
he just doesn't say
This
it?
is this is the. I'll get the name of the podcast.
It's a Barstool sponsored podcast.
Yeah, this is the clip.
Hoping for 18 points, 10. I'm going to try to be exact. So 18 points, 9 rebounds. We win by.
Ooh. I need this one.
We win by. I'm trying to think. Is Arizona State as good as Pitt? Sure. We win by 20.
Win by 20.
Wait, whoa. For those of you who didn't hear that, he said, "Is Arizona State as good as Pitt?"
A team that they beat by 30.
Clown. Also, it looked a little late there. Maybe get some sleep, loser.
Yeah.
Or
Talking to
just
Marty
think
Mush.
about what you're saying before you fucking say it.
God, that is insane.
Hunter Dickinson.
Major loser.
for you, buddy.
For audio listeners, that was the clip I was referring to earlier in the show. That was Hunter Dickinson on a podcast, saying on his podcast, saying that they were going to beat ASU by 20. The Round Ball podcast.
What a stupid name.
Can
for
we
a
bring
podcast.
that back, by the way? The whatever major.
No, I just want to
loser?
do the Fortnite L dance.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look, guys, any final thoughts on this big doob tonight?
Hunter Dickinson also said he'd have 18 points. He only had 14. He was 6 of 14 from the field.
You're a bum!
Warren Washington.
You're a bum! Go back to
Dickinson
Michigan.
killer.
He is good, and I think he's going to play in the league.
Warren Washington's better, I
but
guess.
maybe quit your podcast.
Yeah.
You're not good
Also,
at
bad
podcasting.
audio. He just
the
was sitting
audio's
there not talking
Just
for a
sitting there
little
with dead air. Like, what do you make you thinking?
I know
Come on,
Jacob
bro.
was burning on the inside
Yeah.
while watching it.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
I do want to go up to a couple comments before we get out of here.
Are we going to talk about the mustache comment?
No, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he said that your
he said that
mustache is
shit.
better than mine.
No, I thought he said your mustache.
No, he said the guy on the left, the guy on the right has a better mustache than the guy on the left. I've been growing it for like a month, or not even a month, like 3 weeks, 3 weeks. He's been growing it for a while.
Like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So MT says, no, not swagger. I want to see level-headed ASU. That will literally be the fall of them. While I don't completely disagree, I mostly disagree. Because
It was a healthy swagger.
this team, when they have swagger and juice, they get going. And this doesn't strike me as a team that's going to lose their head.
Yeah.
Also, I saw a comment by AJ that said they're not going to play this well every night. Let's keep it a stack. I addressed that at the start of the show. Obviously not. This was a perfect storm. That's why they won by basically they won by 30 points. They won by 25, but they should have won by more.
They could have played significantly worse and still won this game.
Exactly. So
Offensively.
the floor is high for ASU basketball. You can't have lulls shooting the ball, and hopefully this gives them more confidence. All I can say is this is a step in the right direction, and it makes the season a hell of a lot more interesting because those first 3 games did not seem like things were going to go well.
Yeah. What do you think, Shawn?
No, just I mean, you gotta keep this going, right? Like that. I think the thing that could kill this program the most, or the momentum that this program now has the most, is just laying an egg in the next one. Like you got to keep this going against far inferior opponents. Show us that this is not you playing to your opponent, but you just being better than your opponent. Like don't go play down to Grambling.
Bobby Hurley needs to break the stigma of what his team.
100%. Just keep this going, and I like I've said, my favorite part of this game and the season so far is the freshmen. So if they can keep being legitimate production. Would you say Brennan was plus 24 tonight?
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. If you keep doing that, as ASU, again, hard team to beat.
Yeah, a really, really hard team to beat. I think this ASU team is going to surprise a lot of people. I think they've already surprised a lot of people. But Chris Cartman said it. He tweeted it. You can't win a season in one game. This is a strong start, and it is great for the future, I think, of ASU basketball, not only for this season, but for moving forward, right? Like, you get a quad 1 win like this over a top 25.
After a quad 3 loss.
After a quad 3 loss, yes. But
Could be
to
a quad 4.
a really good Michigan team.
Does this look tasty to anybody else?
Yeah, eat it.
The W that I'm...
Do it. Go ahead. Why not? Beautiful.
Oh, it's better than I thought.
It looks tasty. It's not as tasty as OG's, and I can attest to that.
Yeah, this is not orange creamsicle flavored. It's mostly sweat.
No. Ew.
But that's how you know you earned it. That's how you know you earned it.
Look, OG's is what I'm going to be eating tonight with my burrito right before bed. I will
Am I high right now?
Why?
ASU shot 2 free throws.
Yeah.
Oh, in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
By the first half. Okay, I thought that was a full game for a second. I am high, I guess.
Look, OG's, phenomenal. If you haven't tried them, get it. Then eat some Burrito Express. That's the way.
Wash it down with some 4 Peaks.
Oh my, and go to the game, I guess?
Yeah, get game time.
Do it all.
You're having yourself a night. And some bad birdie? Oh my God.
Oh,
you're gonna be the fullest, highest, drippiest person at DFA.
Drippiest diehard of all time.
Diehard of all.
Oh! Before we get into
Shawn,
that.
throw me a lob. Throw me a lob.
Ooh. As always, you can find your OGs at your local dispensary, and you two got to be 21 or older to enjoy. Why don't we talk about being a diehard for a second? Chat, remember all that stuff that I was telling you about? I was telling you like 15 minutes ago to just hang on, because we got something for you.
Hold your horses.
Okay? Because right now, at PHNX, we're doing something a little spicy.
A little spicy.
A little spicy.
A little spicy with a little swagger.
Little swagger.
Spice.
Little swagger.
Green, that
Look,
Burrito Express green salsa.
I don't know.
Spice.
I don't know if y'all heard the news quite yet, but there is something new going on right here at PHNX and really all city in general. Okay, there has never been a better time to be a diehard Arizona sports fan.
Fact.
You know why? Because premium members are going to be getting something special.
Fact.
Little something special.
I have not heard a lie yet.
Premium member events.
Nope, no, still no lies.
Exclusive merch drops.
Nope.
Oh, I thought you had me there for a second.
Yeah,
but
same.
No, not a lie.
And more.
Finish it. Oh, yeah, there will be more.
Like, you guys can upgrade your fandom today and become a PHNX diehard. Brand spanking new today. Check out gophnx.com/diehard or smash the link in the description. Jacob, do we have a little video?
I do, but we're not coming back to you guys after the videos, so you might end the show right now.
Okay.
Okay, well, before you get to the video, final thought for me.
Yes.
There's some new people in the chat. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
I appreciate you, even the haters.
We're here after every single ASU basketball win or loss and football, which, it happens.
See you Saturday.
2 more.
We'll still be there. But we're also here every single Friday, so join us for our live show at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a special guest.
We will. And we'll have multiple extra things on the YouTube.
It's the content. That's why you got to become a diehard.
Multiple extra things on the YouTube. Tomorrow, including ASU women's volleyball player. We will have some basketball Pac-12 power rankings, which you're definitely going to see ASU on the rise. Look, if you enjoyed the show, give us a follow on social at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can give me a follow at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
I mean, just turn the fuck up as always.
Yes,
President of the
sir.
Austin Nunez fan club is always. President of the Duke Brennan fan club is always. President of the Bobby Hurley fan club is always. President of the Bobby Hurley Jr. fan club is always. And like I said,
President of the Micah Burno fan club as always.
Yeah, president of the there's probably a fan club that I'm not actually president of. Just turn the fuck up as always, though.
Are we good? Jacob,
I think so.
take it away.